Hello, State Senator J.D. Mesnard from District 13, here for another legislative update. And actually, we're at a point in the session now where we've been pushing all of our bills out of committee, and we're now trying to get them over to the House. So next week is going to be a lot of floor sessions, marathon of votes to try to get all the Senate bills over to the House, and they're doing the same, sending their House bills our way. And in the month of March, we'll be having committee hearings, hearing their bills, and they're doing the same with ours. So we're at the peak of our legislative session work, really, through the end of March. I did want to talk about one of my priority bills that did pass out of my Senate Finance Committee earlier, and that is one that would give a preferential tax treatment when it comes to retirement income. So Arizona is one of a relatively small number of states that does not tax Social Security. And I think that's the right policy, because when you're on a limited income as a retiree, taking some of that income in the form of taxation just makes life that much harder for you. Plus, I also want to encourage people to save for the retirement. So what my bill would do is take that same policy that applies to Social Security, which is not taxing it, and apply it to all retirement income. So pensions, 401ks, IRAs, etc. Now, as it turns out, there's a pretty hefty price tag associated with it, so we're going to have to scale the bill back a bit. But if nothing else, this has allowed me to really put out there for political discourse this idea of how do we encourage people to save for the future? And then once they reach that retirement age, how can we make sure that the government isn't taking that source of income that they're living on, a finite source in their sunset years. So I don't know how far the bill will get in the process. It did pass out of committee. I'm hoping to get it over to the House, and then obviously the discussion will continue over there. Another measure on taxation that I'll mention briefly and perhaps talk about more in a future update relates to future budget surpluses, and actually requiring that half of that surplus be given back to the taxpayer. Every single time we have a surplus, half of it can go to new spending items, but the other half we'd give back to the taxpayer. And that would slowly allow us to lower our tax rate over time. Anyway, that's all for this legislative update. Until the next one, God bless.